Welcome to Business or Pressure, taking the pain out of massage business with me, Allissa Haines. This is your no-nonsense guide to managing your business money. It's our mission to make sure every massage therapist has the tools to make a living wage in a thriving business. Let's jump in. Okay, so real talk. It's a weird time to be running a small business in the US of A. And this episode was not one that was originally planned in my 2025 money series. But I've been getting enough texts from colleagues that are good friends and emails from many of you. And it came up when I was getting and giving a massage to a friend I trade with. It feels like we are in really weird and uncertain economic times. It's just a weird time to run a small business. And as service businesses, it doesn't feel like we are directly hit by the tariff madness. But without a doubt, our supply costs are up indirectly or otherwise. Energy costs are up. Just running an office, running a business. Expenses are higher than they were 12 months ago and than they were 12 months before that. And it's also just more expensive to live. Our clients are dealing with the same increased grocery prices and increased everything prices. And that hits discretionary spending hard. And there are also massive layoffs of government employees. And that's hitting massage therapists in certain locations really hard as well. And there's just potential layoffs all over. Here in Massachusetts, I had 2 clients laid off in the last few weeks. So this topic wasn't on the list, but I'm slipping it in. It's just a starting point. I certainly don't have all the answers about how to run a successful service business when it seems like the world is collapsing around us. But it feels like the answer to these weird and uncertain times are to really lock down on the business systems and strategies that we really should be doing all the time, but it's feeling more important to lock these processes down now. So I'm going to go through a list of things that I am doing, that I know some colleagues are doing, and that maybe I think we should be doing to keep our small service businesses sustainable in difficult economic times. So first, get your structures in place. Have your email or your text template ready for when you see a slow week coming up. And if you're the kind of person who, when you see a slow week coming up, thinks, oh, that's good, I've got a lot of stuff to do anyway, and you don't try to fill those spaces, maybe try to change that mindset. Maybe set some minimum goals for your week and really work to meet them. Because now is the time to be getting clients on the schedule and money into your bank account. If you are busy enough to have a wait list, do it. Keep it organized and use it. If someone cancels, reach out to that wait list, try to fill that spot. Even if the person who canceled has paid for that appointment, and in theory, in your head, you're like, well, I got paid for the appointment, I'm just going to go home early. Maybe now is the time to fill that appointment again with someone who will also pay and show up. Because more money in the bank is better than less money in the bank. And because you might see that the next week is super busy, but that could all fall apart when the norovirus hits your local school system and everybody's got to cancel. So get your structures in place with regards to how you retain clients, how you get less regular clients back in the door, and how you fill spots that are canceled last minute. Next, consider the diversification of your client base. What does the mix of your clients look like? Do you have a lot of people with varying incomes? Do you have people with lots of different kind of reasons for seeing you? Some people who are looking to relax and some people who are looking to relieve chronic pain and massage gives them great results. Some people who come for manual lymphatic drainage. Do you have a good funnel coming in for pregnant massage clients? What are the demographics of your client base income-wise? Do you have a lot of service professionals that come to see you? Do you have a lot of desk jockeys? Do you have a lot of middle management clients? Do you have a lot of retirees who are definitely not just living on Social Security, but have other income as well? People who are taking lots of vacations, who have some more expensive hobbies and clearly have more discretionary income? Consider the demographics And as best you can, make sure that you're diversified. Next, now is a great time to get clear on your money, both business and personal. Nail down your mandatory expenses in your personal budget and in your business budget. Identify the discretionary expenditures, which could get cut out if things get tight. And check in on your savings account. If you don't know how much you need to have in various types of savings accounts, now's a good time to figure that out. You can check out episode 495 of this ABMP podcast. How much do I need in my emergency fund? And it's always a good time to do a spending freeze. You can learn more about spending freezes in episode 460. But essentially, it is a period of time, whether it be a day, a week, 2 weeks, or a month, where you only make absolutely necessary expenditures. And it's a really great way to isolate what's a mandatory expense and what's a discretionary one, and a great way to buffer your savings account a little bit. It's also always a good time to connect with your local colleagues. Who is doing what kind of specialty? Can you fill any gaps? Do you have any skill sets, any specialties that you haven't really been promoting, but you're realizing that nobody else around you does it and it could be a nice niche? Are there other specialists around you that you can refer to who might do the same for you once you start promoting your niche? And just in general, it's good to know who's around and to be friendly with people. I have made very little effort in my office where I have been for 5 years to get to know the other massage therapists around me. And I am just now finding out through some new clients that one massage therapist down the street who is full-time, she is out with shoulder issues for probably 6 months, and her clients are just kind of stranded looking for places to go. And there's another massage therapist one town over who dropped from full-time to part-time indefinitely. Her clients are also stranded. And I'm realizing that if I had made friends with these massage therapists, it would have been a lot easier to become a referral source for her and to know that someday when I need to take a leave, I've got someone to refer out to. I'm regretful that I did not make an effort and reach out and at least get to know these therapists a little bit. Next, if you have any space at all for new clients, pump up that jam. Bump up your website's search engine optimization now because it takes a few months to kick in. So I'm saying add some content to your website or just refresh the content on your website. Explore the Google Search Console tool. It's a free tool. You connect it to your website. It tells you how many people are visiting and what's bringing them to your website. Also, update your Google business profile. Make sure that it's current. Add some new pictures. Make sure it's complete. And finally, take care of yourself. Our jobs are so much heavier now. When every client walks into the office with some kind of existential dread or fear or stress, it's a lot. It's a long day of 4 to 5 clients in a row who come in really, really stressed. And the collective impact of all of this stress for so many people is just bananas. And it can be a lot to handle our own stress and hold space for clients. So please make sure that you have your own outlets and venting spaces. And I say this as someone who completely understands how hard that is when you are working for a living and your job involves taking care of people, and then you go home and your home life involves taking care of people. I recognize how hard it is to find the space to take care of yourself, but holy wow, we really have to, or you're going to burn out. For me, that just means getting enough sleep and making sure I get outdoors every day. And I've also been scheduling regular phone calls or virtual lunches with friends that I don't really talk to enough anymore because we text too much and don't actually talk. Figure out what you've got to do for yourself to sustain and do those things as much as you can. And I want to hear from you. What are you doing? What's your backup plan? When things get really weird, you can email me at businessorpressure@abmp.com. Now we're going to jump into our chat with a colleague. Today, my chat with a colleague is with Shell Deitch, owner of New You in Michigan, newyouhealing.com, and that U is YEW. They are multiply neurodivergent and have written an award-winning article on making our practices more neurodivergent friendly. That article was in ABMP's magazine, and we'll have that link in the show notes. Shell is also in the process of creating resources for other types of local businesses, including consulting, to help them do the same. Their approach is to show how many demographics will benefit from simple changes. Again, that article is how to better serve your neurodivergent clients. And there was a companion blog post, communication with neurodivergent clients. And all of those all of those article links will be in the show notes. Hi, Shell.
Hello.
Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, sure.
So tell us just a little bit about how long you've been a massage therapist, what your practice is like.
Oh, so I've been a massage therapist now for 23 years. I specialize in mostly chronic pain issues. So things like headaches, carpal tunnel, plantar fasciitis, TMJD. I very heavily serve the queer and neurodivergent communities. They're my biggest demographic. I've been self-employed since 2006.
So tell us, what was your massage school right about or wrong about?
Okay. So like a lot of, dare I say most maybe massage schools in the early aughts, I was taught that the whole massage releases toxins myth, right? And these toxins, they say, included metabolic waste products and lactic acid. But my school was run by a husband and wife team. He taught all the body work portion of classes and she taught all the lectures. So in our fourth 100-hour module, which was deep therapies, we got an intro to sports massage. And he taught us that by the time you're done panting, by the time you've gotten your regular breathing back, any lactic acid that was created to help you exercise has been, like in his words, it's gone back from whence it came. So he says there's no lactic acid to get rid of. And she's saying massage is getting rid of lactic acid.
So you had that primary massage education where they were like, massage will flush toxins out of muscle. And then somebody else was like, nah, that's not really a thing. How do you respond? I want to come out of this with something like really applicable. So when you have clients come in, say you get a new client who's kind of like weekend warrior athlete, and maybe they're having a little pain in their calf from running or whatever, your kind of client, pain stuff. And they're like, yeah, I just really feel like I need to do some deep work to just flush all these toxins out. What do you say?
I usually say, what's interesting is that research is now showing us blah, blah, blah. And so I make it sound like it's a new thing. And they're all like, really? I'm like, yeah, look into like specifically like sports physio kind of stuff. And they're like, I think I will.
Yeah, I do the same thing. And depending, I kind of gauge their humor. And I'm always like, yeah, it's not a real thing. Or if it's someone who I don't know as well and I can't be as casual with, I'll be like, actually, it turns out we've learned a lot. Because we really have, like in the span of our career, 20, 23 years, like there has been a lot of change in the rhetoric and also the research. That makes me feel good that you have the same approach, because there was a long time where I was like, I don't know how to answer this because I want to be honest. Just the first few years of my career, I definitely answered that incorrectly and misinformed a lot of people. But I was a baby massage therapist. We all had to start there.
One thing that they got terribly wrong was assessment.
Really?
The entirety of how we were instructed to assess our clients is thus: look at your client with soft eyes and notice what you notice. That's it. That's it. Like, thank all the gods that there are.
What is a soft eye?
I don't know.
Okay.
Seriously, thank God so many books and continuing ed classes have real assessment strategies and tests, which kind of leads me into the other thing that they did right was we learned how to do a great relaxation massage, how to seamlessly move from one body area to another, and how to seamlessly add pain relief or range of motion improvement to a relaxation massage. That's not taught in continuing ed classes.
That is
like,
so true.
I could get the bit about assessment that I didn't get in my basic training. But this other, you gotta learn it somewhere else then. Like just for maybe receiving massages.
Thank you so much for joining us, Shell.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you have questions about running your business or an idea for an episode, I want to hear from you. Reach out via email at businessorpressure@abmp.com. You can also find me building websites and coaching massage therapists at deepbreathdigital.com. Subscribe to ABMP's podcast so you don't miss a beat. I'll see you right back here for the next episode. I can't wait.